Okay, so this is the second problem from the book IE1 from the first chapter. A point traversed half the distance with a velocity v0. The remaining part of the distance was covered with velocity v1 for half the time and with velocity v2 for other half of the time. Find the mean velocity of the point averaged over whole time of the motion. So before we proceed with this problem, uh, what is average velocity? V average is actually equal to total distance divided by total time taken. So let us say the distance between A and B is actually D. So if A and B is equal to D meter, let's say M is the midpoint. So AM is equal to D by 2 and MB is equal to D by 2. Now for AB, that is for AM, that is for half the distance, we are given that for half the distance the velocity is v0. So time taken for covering the distance AM is time t0 is actually equal to AM divided by v0, which is actually equal to d by 2 v0. Now between MB, again this has been divided into two stages. One is some time t by 2, that is half the time and half the time, that is if you consider the time taken between M and B as t, then between M and P the time taken is t by 2 and between P and B the time taken is t by 2. Now between MP the velocity is v1, that is from here to here the velocity is v1, from P to B the velocity is v2. So what is the total distance covered in time t? It should be MB is actually equal to this speed v1 times time t by 2 plus v2, which is the velocity between P and B, times t by 2. Now this distance is actually equal to d, because this distance is actually equal to d by 2 over here. We already know MB. So what it implies is v1 plus v2 times t by 2 is equal to d by 2, or t is equal to d divided by v1 plus v2. So now we know what is the total distance. Total distance is d. What is the total time? Total time is actually t naught plus t, that is t naught plus t, which is equal to d by 2 v naught plus d by v1 plus v2, which we can simplify as we take the d outside, we get 1 by 2 v naught plus 1 by v1 plus v2, which is d times v1 plus v2 plus 2 v naught divided by 2 v naught times v1 plus v2. I'm just taking the LCM and adding it up. So now the average speed is actually equal to d divided by this expression over here. So average speed, v average, is equal to d divided by d times v1 plus v2 plus 2 v naught, and this expression will go in the numerator, which is 2 v naught v1 plus v2. This d cancels here, and therefore we get our result as, and therefore our final result is v average is actually equal to 2 v naught v1 plus v2 divided by v1 plus v2 plus 2 v naught.